Alright, today it is about 11 o'clock and I'm charging at about 530 watts. I can charge at like 3 kilowatts, but it's super cloudy. Very overcast day, so pretty happy about 500 watts, you know. On a day like today, it might rain, we're still getting some good power. So I might take her out on a little trip just to see what's happening out on the water. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just cruising back from pulling out and just running some tests on the boat. Right now, coming back into Patchogue. And we're using about 500 watts, 560 watts. And we're still charging at 400. So I could put another, I'm in the positive now because of the solar array, and the sun's just starting to break through the clouds. If the full sun was out, I'd be at maybe 2,000, but this is pulling 1,000 watts, so I'm gonna just use it. Ah, seagull caught something. Now we're using only the power from the sun on this very cloudy day, and it is sufficient. I have plenty of battery power, so I could go a lot faster. Let's put the juice on for a second. It's at 3 kilowatts. Probably around the 5-knot speed limit, I'd say. I guess I'm gonna look it up right now. Actually, I think I'm going a little too fast right now, past the Bay Constable. I'm going 5 knots, 4.7 knots, using 3 kilowatts minus 1 that I'm pulling from the sun. So using 2 kilowatts, I got 12 kilowatts. I could do this for 6 hours. So 4.8. Let's give it a little more juice, just because. This is 6 kilowatts. Don't want to break the speed limit too much, but now we're going 5 knots. No boats in the marina, and luckily I don't put up like any wake at all, so people can't really complain about that. But 6 knots at 7.8 kilowatts. So I could do this for 2 hours. But you know what, that's probably over my hull speed. So 6 is my hull speed, so I could have dropped it down. I should have dropped it down to, well, I kept 6 knots. Now there's a lot of boats around, so I'm gonna turn it around and we'll run that test. All right, it's gotten a little cloudier. I'm going with 800 watts right now. And I am pulling from the sun. I'm charging at 320, so I'm pulling from the sun 1,300. No, 1,100. And let's see. Let's check the speed. This is speed at less than solar power. Going out. 3 knots. Alright, 3.4 knots. So let's crank up the solar power, which is 1.1. check. The sun seems to be coming out. Still charging at 142. So I got a little more juice in her. Okay. Oh, what's our speed? Our speed is 3.4 knots. 3.5 knots, 3.6 knots. That's good. 4 knots on solar power. Hey, the speed limit's 5. You know? That works. That works. There's a marker for that. I think so. Oh yeah, so before the test was, what is the minimum speed to reach 6 knots? And we're going 4 right now, 4.2, 4.3. And I'm just gonna, we're at 2.3 kilowatts. Kind of going into the wind a little bit. 4.4. Let's get some more juice. We're going 4.5 knots, 4.8. 5. All right, to go 5, we're using 4.4 knots. I mean kilowatts. 5.1. Slow it down to turn around. About face. All right, let's get some more juice again. This is what it sounds like down below. Really just the vibration of everything else, which you realize everything else on your boat makes a ton of noise when you have an electric motor. Alright, so where are we going? 2.6 kilowatts. It's 5 knots. 5.1 still, using 4 kilowatts. Sounds better here at 5. We're creeping up at 5.3, 5.4, 5.5. It's a good speed. 5 kilowatts, 5 knots. It's all right. Let's see, we're pulling from the sun. I'm just gonna check real quick. 3.7 we're discharging. So the difference between 3.7 and 5.1 is our solar power input. I'm just going to slow it down a little bit and relax. Day out in Solar Sailor, not too bad.